Today we are in the stunning home of Karen and Ronan, who live outside a small village in North Kerry, who have so kindly extended their foilage to us for Architecture Kerry. So Karen, this was a site you got from your dad. Can you just explain how that happened and how you decided to employ the services of an architect?
We had talked to my dad about the site. Having grown up on a farm, really wanted to be able to come back and be part of that. So we had actually gone about getting a design for the house. We hadn't employed an architect, and at the time went to try and book a session. Rang my husband at the time and he said, yeah, let's go for it. So we came up with Brian and Barbara Carey in Tarbert, booked a session with them, just went in really with, just bare minimum information. We wanted to build a house, where it was, had a drawing that we had done at one point, and just, said to them, can we get your thoughts? So from the minute I think we went in the door with Brian and Barbara, that first conversation we had, they just, it was obvious they were really good at what they did. They understood the landscape, they understood the area, they knew what we were looking for. We had, a young family, and, everything that they said to us from day one resonated with us, and, we were delighted to be able to move forward with them then, and immediately we got in contact with them and asked them would they take on the project.
Can you just tell me briefly what your design ethos was, or what you wanted your home to be when you had those first conversations with Brian and Barbara?
Light was a big thing, we did want to try and capture the light. We also have some lovely views here, so once we brought Brian and Barbara to the site, they talked straight away about the landscape we had, utilising that, making sure that we took the best views of it. That was a big thing. We had a young family, so we were interested in making it family friendly, that it was a place where we could all live together, and be together when we wanted to be together, but then have separate areas when we wanted to move away from each other. And particularly as the girls grow up, they'll want their own space, and that all factored into it as we age as a family, I guess, that it suited us and it suited our habits and our needs and our living.
Okay, so when you said that they understood the landscape, how do you think the design of the house has responded so well to its landscape?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess from the very off, Brian and Barbara talked to us about orientation, about where we can capture the best sunlight. So, straight away, all our living spaces really were going to the back of the house, because that's where we get all of our western sunshine.
Okay.
In the morning, we have some of our bedroom areas out the front of the house, which is pointing east, so all the early morning sunshine is to the front of the house, and then as the sun travels around, we get it all in our living space. So as well as that, we went for some big glass sliding doors so that we could see out into the landscape. We're surrounded by green fields. Sitting, particularly in the summer, when we have the long evenings, there are the most beautiful sunsets back to the west. We can see the sun going right around. We have the view all the way around the back of the house. So it's fabulous. I guess sitting here in the living space, living kitchen area is probably one of the favourite places I have, looking at the sunshine and the sunset.
And I suppose sitting here, as you mentioned, in your most beautiful kitchen, can you just explain, you have used a wide palette of colours and textures and finishes as well. Would you like just to talk me through a few of your favourite parts of your kitchen, please?
We did want to keep it contemporary, but not go ultra modern. It would, it's not, that's probably not to our taste. So we tried to keep it, a little bit, I suppose, attuned to family living. So there's a lot of, neutral colours, really classic, clean lines. That was the big thing, we talked a lot with Brian and Barbara about, whereas, clean lines, keeping that architectural design in different areas. We have quite a lot of large windows, again, clean spaces. The hallway, we've a stairs, that's quite architectural.
It's an extraordinary feature, actually, that stairs. I love the finishes of it, the timber with the metal. It's a very striking architectural structured piece, and I think it links beautifully with the zinc you have over your porch area. When you come in, it's a very strong statement piece, and it merges beautifully with your stairs. Can I ask you, just in terms of the stone that you've used here in the kitchen, it's a lovely link with inside and outside. It's almost as though you've picked it up from the surrounding fields.
Yeah, we love it. Again, I guess it was something that we talked to Brian and Barbara about. They had this vision like that it was like the existing wall of an old building maybe going right through the house. We love it, yeah, definitely. Delighted that we went with it. It just adds that little bit of extra character, I think,
it does
to the kitchen. Yeah, and we love it, and it kind of ties inside and outside together.
It's a nice link also with your patio area, which I presume, seeing as that it's mostly south and west facing, was designed as such. Would you like just to tell me how you find that space, or why it was important for you to design in at this stage?
Yeah, again, that was probably one of the big conversations we had about, was linking inside and outside, and we have the sunlight coming all around the back. We wanted to be able to step outside, have that area that you could live outside, during the summer when it's nice. I know we don't get the climate to do it all year round, but we get the odd few days that we can enjoy it. So it was important, that was the space that we were always going to try and use to have our barbecues, have our family gatherings. I suppose the decisions on the doorways, at one stage we talked about, would we have a door in both places, the access to the patio area. Again, there was plenty of conversations with Brian and Barbara about that, about the living. How would you live in the space? What is it you need to do if you were going from the kitchen out with food that you were having outside? Do you use this door? Would you use that door? That all played into it.
Do you find that the spaces flow in terms of living in a family home with small children? Do you find that it's an easy space to navigate, that you're not having to go down lots of corridors or double backing yourself? Or
there's plenty of different rooms in the house where everybody gravitates to. The kids love going to their own bedrooms. But then they have access to be with us here, this space, as we're in the kitchen, if we're cooking, if we're doing whatever, they can be doing homework. We are all together when we need to be, but still not on top of each other. You've plenty of space to be, doing whatever the task is that you need to do.
Do you have any kind of advice for people who might be thinking about building a house or extending or renovating a house? And particularly, I suppose, you obviously would advise that they contact an architect or...
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I would absolutely, and I have recommended it to friends that have been starting this journey, and I have said it's, some of the best money you'll ever spend. I guess the most important thing really is to, find an architect that you click with and that you feel understands you, and enjoy it.
Well, Karen, thank you so much. You've been very kind and welcoming, so thank you.